Okay. So friends, I am Dr. Hinavani, and in the last session we learn about the rational numbers and their operations like subtraction, multiplication and division of the rational number. And I had given you 3 examples for your practice. So I hope you had solved. I will just share how to solve it and then we'll move ahead to our next topic, that is exponents. So I had told you the example is if the length of the rectangle is 3 upon 1 by 3 centimeter more than the breadth, which is equal to the side of the square whose perimeter is 24 centimeter, then area of rectangle we have to find. So here in this question, what is given to us is very much important. So what is given to us? So square perimeter is given to us. Okay, perimeter of square is 24 centimeter. We know that length of the rectangle is 3 upon 1 by 3 centimeter. 3 upon 1 by 3 centimeter more than the breadth of it. Okay, and this breadth is equal to side of the square. These all things are given to us. So here we should know what is the perimeter of squares formula. So how we calculate the perimeter of square? So perimeter of square is equal to 4 into side. Whatever is the length of one side, if we multiplied it with the 4, we got the perimeter of the square. So see, this is the square and we have to find the perimeter. So this side, this side, this side, this side, we just simply add it. So perimeter of square is 4 times the side. Now perimeter is given to us, which is 24 centimeter. So side of the square should be 6 centimeter. 24 divided by 4 means 6 centimeter. Now breadth of the rectangle is side of the square. So breadth of the rectangle we got, which is 6 centimeter. Now we know the length is 3 upon 1 by 3 centimeter more than the breadth. So length is equal to 3 upon 1 by 3 plus this 6 centimeter. So 3 3s are 9 plus 10 upon 3 plus 6 means what? 3 6 are 18. So length of the rectangle is 28 upon 3. Length of the rectangle is 28 upon 3. Now we know what is the area of rectangle का formula. Tanvi, so area of rectangle is 1/2 length into the breadth. Now we know the length, we know the breadth, so we can calculate the area. Length is 28 upon 3 into breadth is 6 centimeter. Now just simplify it. This 3, 2 and this 6 will get cancelled. Something is missing, I think. 1 minute. 3 3 is 9, 10, 3 6 is 18. Second. Sorry. Area of rectangle is length into the breadth. So 28 upon 3 multiplied by 6. So 3 2s are 6. So 28 2s are 56 is our answer. Sorry, I get confused in the formula. It's okay. Sometimes it happens. Hmm? Now the next uh, question is, when find the length of the square in which equilateral triangle is formed, whose half of the perimeter is 4 upon 5 by 17. So we'll use the squid, so not to get confused. 1 second. Now see what is given to us. We'll first read it. Find the length of the square in which equilateral triangle is formed and whose half of the perimeter is 4 upon 5 by 17. Now see, length of the square we have to find. Okay, and in this square equilateral triangle is formed, and the perimeter of this equilateral triangle, whatever it is, its half is that given to us, that is 4 upon 5 by 17. Okay, so perimeter of the triangle, if we divide it with 2, we get 4 upon 5 by 17, and we have to find the length of the square. So what is the formula for perimeter of equilateral triangle? So this triangle is a equilateral triangle, so all the sides of equal length. So perimeter of equilateral triangle is equal to 3 into side. Okay, so 3 into side is the perimeter of the equilateral triangle, which is the length of the square. So we assume this side as a x. So perimeter of equilateral triangle is 3x, and our formula says half of the perimeter is equal to 4 upon 5 by 17, means 3x upon 2 is equal to 4 up into 5 by 17. So this 3 upon 2 will come to this side, it becomes 2 upon 3, because we want variable separate. So x is equal to 17 4s are 68 plus 5. 68 plus 5 is 73. 73 upon 17 multiplied by 2 upon 3. So this becomes, multiply 17 with the 3 and multiply 73 with the 2. 73 multiplied by 2 is equal to 146, and 17 3s are 51. So the side of the square or the side of the equilateral triangle is 146 upon 51. Now you just simplify it. 51 2s are 102, and if we subtract 102 from 46, the remainder will be 44. So 2 up into 44 upon 51 is our answer. We'll check whether this answer is there in the options or not. So C is our option. So we got the answer. We'll again explain it. What is given to us? They had given to us the half of the perimeter of the equilateral triangle, which is 4 into 5 by 17. Okay, now we know that perimeter of equilateral triangle, if we divide it with 2, we got 4 into 5 by 17. So what is the formula for perimeter of equilateral triangle? It is 3 into side. So assume this side as a x. So the perimeter of equilateral triangle becomes 3x, because we just add all the 3 sides. So 3x upon 2 is equal to 4 into 5 by 17. Now simplify it. We want variable to be separate. So x is equal to 73 upon 17 multiplied by 2 upon 3. When this 3 by 2 come to this side of the equal sign, denominator becomes numerator, numerator becomes denominator. So just multiply 73 with the 2 and 17 with the 3, you got your answer. Now the next question is, perimeter of the rectangle is 3 as 3 into 1 upon 3 more than the perimeter of the square. A triangle whose perimeter is 1 by 3 times the circumference of the circle whose radius is 5 centimeter and which is equal to the length of the side of the square. Find the perimeter of the rectangle. Now see, we have to find the perimeter of rectangle, which is 3 upon 1 by 3 centimeter more than the perimeter of square. So first we have to find the perimeter of square. Okay, but here this line is given just to make the confusion, that triangle whose perimeter is 1 by 3 times the circumference of the circle whose radius is 5 centimeter and is equal to the length of side of the square. Now see, the radius is 5 centimeter and it is equal to the length of side of square. So that means side of square is 5 centimeter. Now what is the perimeter of square? We just take first example in which perimeter of square is equal to 4 into side. So 4 into 5 is equal to 20 centimeter is the perimeter of the square. So we got the perimeter of the square, which is 20 centimeter. Now rectangle's perimeter is just 3 upon 1 by 3 more than the perimeter of square. That means perimeter of rectangle is equal to 3 upon 1 by 3 plus perimeter of the square. And we just got the perimeter of square, which is 20 centimeter. So perimeter of rectangle is equal to 3 into 1 upon 3 means what? 3 3s are 9 plus 1, 10 by 3 plus 20. Now simplify it. To make the denominator common, multiply numerator and denominator with 3. So it is 10 plus 60, that is 70 upon 3, and divide the 70 with 3, you got the answer 23.3 centimeter. So the perimeter of rectangle is 23.3 centimeter. The middle sentence is of no use. It is just to confuse you, because they had already told that radius of the circle is equal to the length of the side of the square. So we know the length of side of square and we know the formula for perimeter of square, so that we can find the perimeter of square, and with that we can find the perimeter of rectangle. So side of square is 5 centimeter, perimeter of square is 4 into side means 20 centimeter, and rectangle's perimeter is 3 upon 1 by 3 centimeter more than the perimeter of square. So simply just add two things and you got your answer. Okay, so here we finished our chapter name as rational numbers. Then now we are moving ahead to exponents. I will just disconnect this meeting and you reconnect it because time is over.